Hello, I'm Zach Jaworski, and I'm here today with
I'm Joshua Bryson. I'm a sophomore in the biofield.
um today my topic is Jackie Robinson and his effect on civil rights, everything with the African American community and everything he did in his life. The reason I chose this topic is because I'm a big sports fan. Everything I try to do in life, I try to relate it with sports. That is, if it's with school, with work, family life, anything. I felt like Jackie Robinson was a great topic to pick because many know he's the first African American baseball player, as we'll get to know in a minute. Um, I just think he's done a lot for athletes and sports on a general. Um, so our first slide is who was Jackie Robinson. Gonna introduce him a little bit. He was the obviously the first African American MLB player. He was drafted. He was He was drafted in 1947 when he joined the Brooklyn Dodgers. He broke the color barrier despite facing severe racism. He played bravely and skillfully, earning a spot on the All-Star team 6 times. In 1949, National League MVP award. He became a symbol of the civil rights movement and assisted the Dodgers in winning the 1955 World Series. Uh, in that game alone, not sure the exact stats, but pretty sure he hit close to 3 or 4 home runs. Obviously, yeah. Um, because he advocated for racial equality and created opportunities for upcoming African American players, Robinson's influence extended beyond baseball. All Major League Baseball teams have retired his 42 uniform number, and the only situation of that in sports right now is Kobe Bryant, and I think that is awesome. Just league wide, his number retired. His background, he was he was a gifted athlete who excelled in baseball, basketball, and football at a young age. He went to college at UCLA, where he became well known. Um, Racial persecution was a part of his early life. He was born in 1919 in Georgia and grew up in California, briefly played professional football, and after graduating from college and during World War II, served in the U.S. Army when he was court-martialed for refusing to board a segregated bus. After scouting many players from the Negro Leagues, Branch Rickey, the executive of the Brooklyn Dodgers, invited Robinson to play in the minor leagues in 1945. In 1947, he broke the racial barrier in baseball by becoming the first African American to play in the Major League Baseball. Um, his main achievement, he has multiple achievements we'll talk about later, but his main achievement is it's the first African American player in the modern period to play. Jackie Robinson, his greatest career accomplishment was breaking the color barrier in the Major League Baseball in 1947. Decades of racial segregation in baseball came to an end on April 15th in 1947 when Robinson made his historic debut after signing with the Brooklyn Dodgers. His ability to endure severe racial animosity and discrimination was just as important to this accomplishment as his on-field prowess. Robinson played with incredible skill and dignity while being threatened, insulted, and even violently attacked. By doing this, he not only demonstrated his value as a player, but also contributed to the questioning and alteration of social conventions, emerging as a potent symbol of bravery and hope. For the African American community, Robinson's contributions went beyond his individual success, paved the way for countless African American athletes to follow, ultimately transforming both baseball and American society. Even after Jackie Robinson retired, he went on to do many amazing things in his life, becoming a civil rights activist, as many know. Um, his after achievements, Jackie Robinson he became a fervent civil rights activist and businessman after he retired from baseball. He supported the civil rights movement with leaders like Martin Luther King and collaborated closely with groups like the NAACP, using his yeah, using a celebrity to fight for racial equality. Robinson used his position to advocate for social change by speaking out against injustice and segregation. He pursued a prosperous commercial career in addition to his activism, serving as an executive for the Chuck Full Oats Coffee Company and becoming the first African American to own stock in Major League sports team. Robinson also contributed to the opening of corporate America's doors for African Americans. He persisted in dismantling obstacles and combating racial discrimination via his profession, establishing his reputation as not only a baseball pioneer, but also a trailblazer for social and racial equality. Conclusion for because Jackie Robinson's life is a testament to the strength of bravery, resiliency, and the quest of justice in the face of hardship. Learning about him is crucial. Robinson's historic accomplishment of breaking the color barrier in Major League Baseball was a turning point in American history for the civil rights movement in general, as well as for sports in particular. His tenacity, both on and off the field, dispelled long-standing racial discrimination and created opportunities for upcoming generations of African American athletes and citizens. Robinson's business and civil rights endeavors further demonstrate his dedication to advancing society for all individuals, irrespective of race. By examining his life, we can better comprehend how one person's deeds can lead to social change, spur advancement, and influence the struggle for equality. Jackie Robinson's legacy serves as a reminder that doing the right thing, even in the face of overwhelming odds, may result in long-lasting change in society and the sports industry. And these are the sources I use, as you can see. Um, Thank you for listening to my presentation. I do have some questions that I would love for you to answer.
Okay.
Um, the first one is, were you familiar with Jackie Robinson before this project, and what did you know?
I was kind of familiar with Jackie Robinson. I did a project on him when I was younger, but this was a very good like refresher for me. I didn't know too much about his civil rights movement in his life, and it was really good to get to know what he did, not just on the field, but also after his retirement.
Um, Second question, do you think Jackie Robinson will be remembered today if he didn't play baseball?
I think Jackie Robinson, it would be harder for him to be remembered today because I think baseball was one of his biggest outlets to allow the color barrier to be broken. But I believe he probably still would have fought for civil rights and he would have done something to make his name remembered. It just would have been for something different than Major League Baseball and setting the or breaking the color barrier.
Yeah, for sure. My next question is, if you were Jackie Robinson during this time, what would be going through your head? Because I know I've thought about it, just can't even imagine.
Yeah. Ooh, a lot. There's so much that had to go through his head. I mean, I bet he's scared, first of all, or I would be scared being the first to do something like that, knowing how the world is around you at the time, but also like being able to go to bed at night and waking up the next day and knowing that like you're the one who's doing this and you're setting forward a precedent that has stuck around as it should have, and knowing the legacy that he continued after he retired and to see other people follow suit must have felt very fulfilling in his life.
Yeah, definitely. My final question, what steps can we take to ensure that accurate and inclusive narratives of Black history are more widely disseminated and understood in educational settings and society at large?
I think we just need to like, I think we've set a pretty good path so far, but we just need to like continue to keep breaking down these racial norms that people put up for no reason other than stereotyping, and understand that like what you learn in school is important and what gets taught is very important. And just because the textbook says something doesn't mean it always is. So being able to do your research in today's world is very good, and allowing people just putting forth the like do your research narrative and staying on top of if what you need to know is very good for today's society.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, I appreciate you for allowing me to bore you to death.
It
Uh,
wasn't no problem.
hope you got to learn a few things and good luck the rest of your year.
Thank you, you as well.